la signora Emilia. Oggi faccio le spaghetti con la chitarra. Va bene?
Emilia uses 400 grams of soft wheat flour, grade 1, not the more usual 00. This means it's more coarsely milled. She adds 4 eggs, extra virgin olive oil and a pinch of salt. She gradually incorporates the flour with her fingers. The dough is quite dry, so she adds an extra egg. Emilia kneads this until it is smooth and firm. She rolls it out. It should be about 3 millimeters thick. It doesn't have to be very thin because she is aiming for square-shaped spaghetti strands. It's a very hot day and making pasta is hard work. Grandson Fabrizio helps.
Stop!
Se no si fa la cangia, ma fallo quello, cioè.
Emilia cuts the pasta into broad strips, flouring as she goes. To make the spaghetti, Emilia uses a gadget typical of Abruzzo called a chitarra, with a row of steel strings. These usually need tightening, just like a real guitar. She lays each strip over the strings and, pressing hard, rolls the pin along the pasta. The ribbons fall through the wires with a little help. Granddaughter-in-law Alessia helps lay out the spaghetti. If the pasta strip is longer than the chitarra, Emilia flips over the end and rolls it to the wires. It's important to keep the pasta well floured, otherwise it will stick to the strings.
Noi chiamiamo le pallottine.
Emilia makes the pallottine.
Ci metto un filo d'olio.
Palla is Italian for a ball, and pallottine means tiny balls.
Un pizzico di sale.
She uses minced beef, olive oil, salt and pepper. The meatballs should be the size of a chickpea, and the challenge is to keep them all the same size.
This is one of the first things you learn as a granddaughter in Abruzzo, because your nonna wants you to help because it takes a long time to make pallottine. So I've been making pallottine for years, since I was like 4 or 5, because I had, tiny little hands. And that was perfect.
Allow about 70 grams of meat per person. Alessia fries the meatballs and then adds them to tomato sauce. This has been cooked for 3 hours with a little bit of beef, white wine and garlic. Alessia adds the meatballs and simmers them for a few minutes in the sauce. She boils the pasta in salted water and then layers it with the tomato sauce. Emilia dishes out the spaghetti, adding the pallottine to each serving.
La pasta è pronta.
This is delicious.
Buon appetito!
Click on the subscribe button for regular helpings of Pasta Grannies.